Everyone, Nicole Clarke, Family Wellness Coordinator for Shabukta Family Center. I'm creating this video for you today to give you about a 30-minute, give or take, yoga practice. I would invite you to take an opportunity to get some props. You can use many different things at home. I don't know if you can, which way should I lean? So there on my mat, I have just a small soft pillow and a rolled up blanket. For the most part, that can be universally used. Otherwise, you might want to have, like if you have a couple of hardcover books, you can use that for blocks. Really, truly, you know your body and what you might feel that you need to support your practice. Okay, let's begin. Come down onto your back. I should say before we get further, I will demonstrate the pose and then I'll do interchanging standing and teaching. So as you come down onto your back, you can take Supta Baddha Konasana, the soles of your feet together, and your knees can come apart. You lay your back body down. Or you can take your feet mat width and allow your knees to tent in. Relax your arms down by your side. And take a full breath in. And exhale that out. And just take a moment to lift your scapula, your shoulders up off of your back, bring them into center, and then lower your shoulders back down. You'll feel a subtle broadening through your collarbone space. Similar thing for your pelvic floor. So lift up your sacrum bone, scoop under. Lower your sacrum bone down and just feeling it roll over through your mat. And then you rest. And taking deep breaths in. And feel your exhale. Unhinge your jaw. And soften the space between your brow line. And take another full breath in. And exhale that out. And hug your knees in. And take yogi toes. So that's fanning your toes wide and peeling them back towards your shin bones. Pushing through the ball of your feet. It could feel like a yawn for your foot. Inhale. Exhale. You can begin to rock lengthwise along your spine, or you can roll over to one side and then swing yourself around into tabletop pose. In yoga, we want to stack the joints and the bones. So the wrist in line with the shoulders and the hips in line with your knees. You can tuck your toes for a little more stability. Your neck is an extension of your spine, so keep that long to begin. As you inhale, you lower your belly, pull your heart forward, gaze lifts, cow pose. As you exhale, you round your spine, chin to your chest. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. One more round. Inhale, lower, feeling the stretch in your back. Exhale as you round, noticing the stretch in your upper back region. And come back into tabletop. This could be your downward facing dog for your practice. Or you can tuck your toes, sit bones to the ceiling, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Exhale that out. Walk yourself forward to the top of your mat for ragdoll pose. Forward fold. Soft bend in your knees to support the opening and lengthening of your spine. You can allow your fingertips to dangle. Think of ragdoll like there's no bones. Just a deep leaning in here. You can start to create some movement and gently sway your upper body from side to side. Coming back into center in your forward fold, maybe giving a little gentle shake of your head and a nod. Take a full breath in and exhale that out. And start to roll up, taking your time, one vertebrae at a time. We were inverted there for a little while, so you don't want to come up too quickly. You can heel toe your feet together, big toes touch, heels apart at the top of your mat, or your feet can be hip width. Bring your hands into heart center. We're going to do what we call sun breaths and half sun salutations. I'll demonstrate the first one. It looks like this. Inhale, taking up space, tracing a nice big semicircle. As you exhale, you back reverse into cactus arms. So your elbows are bent and your palms face outward. And then we inhale and trace and lift again. Gaze can follow. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to your mat. Step back, lower your knees down, low plank. Lowering all the way down. Cobra pose. Taking a moment to study this pose. So big toes touch, ankles roll out, the tops of your feet push into your mat. That will lift your shin bones and your knees. Engage your core. Feel your pubic bone push into your mat. Hands are right under your armpits or slightly back. Keep your low ribs anchored as you inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Push yourself back either into tabletop or downward facing dog. And breathe. In tabletop or down dog, make sure there's equal spacing between your fingers and you fan them wide. You're rooting into the knuckle prints of your hands, especially your index finger and your thumb line. Your toes turn slightly in down dog, heels out, and you zip up from your kneecaps. Inhale. Exhale. Full breath in. Exhale that out. One more. Fill up. Breathe that out. Look forward. Come forward. Top of your mat. You're in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, reach up and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. Either full high plank or knees to your mat down to low plank. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. One more full breath in. Exhale that out. Look forward, come forward. Top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, Utkatasana, chair pose. You can have your big toes touch and your knees touch, or you can take your feet hip width and you squat back. It's a going back instead of a dropping down to create that length in your low back. You can have your arms up or you can have them parallel to the floor. If your feet are hip width, that asks more of your glutes. 2 more breaths. One more full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga, high to low plank, or tabletop, or you can come right into down dog. And breathe. In down dog, like wake up your bones. So your triceps scoop under, squeeze them into your earline, and your scapula go down your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Full breath in. Exhale that out. Look forward, come forward. Top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. One breath. Uttanasana, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now this time, carry through right foot forward. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. The cue here is to have your right heel in line with your left, but you can take your foot wider to give a little more room for your hips to open. You can come into a deep bend in your knee or a soft bend in your knee. Just let your body take shape. You can bring your arms up, full expression. One more, full breath in. Exhale, back down to your mat, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, warrior 1. You can reach your arms up or they can stay down on your hips. And you breathe, lifting up through your sternum, lengthening through your side body, not compressing into your hips. 2 more breaths. Full breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, inhale. Exhale. Take another full breath in. Exhale that out. After that pause, now take your right foot forward. Face this side. Right foot forward, warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Now this alignment is your right heel. It lines up with the center of your left arch. Leaning in, arms are lengthened, or you can have a soft bend in your elbows. Flip your right palm to the ceiling. Exalted warrior. Left hand glides down left leg, heart open. Exhale, back down to your mat. High to low plank. Inhale, upward facing, shoulder heads back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Hands into heart center, open up, warrior two. Push both feet into your mat, lifting your arches up. Feeling that stretch in the groin area, noticing the sensation in your body. Reverse your palm, exalted warrior, full breath. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. You let that land. Knitting your low ribs down, drawing your navel to the back, zipping up. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more full breath in. Exhale that out. Now step your right foot forward. Left knee lowers for low crescent lunge. I like to have knee support. So I'm going to place my pillow underneath, but just making sure that I'm not too wobbly there, that I'm still able to ground down into my knee. I like to keep my toes tucked. It just seems to center me a little bit more, but you don't have to. You can release those. And you can keep your hands on your hips, or you can lift your arms up, drawing your pelvic floor, scooping under and up to feel that opening in your hip flexor. And you can bring your hands down to heart center. Left hand can lower down on tented fingertips if you wish to protect the pressure from on your wrist. And take your right hand to your sacrum bone. Twist. From here, you can grow this pose if you like, as you lift your leg up. Right hand can reach to the ceiling. And take a full breath in. Give yourself the exhale. One more full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, right knee lowers for low crescent lunge on your other side. Mindful to stack shoulders over your hips. Feeling again that opening in your right hip flexor. You can bring your arms up, they can remain on your hips. Like widening your fingers. Now take your hands into heart center. Inhale, lengthen and lean. On your exhale, you lower your right hand down, left hand to your sacrum. Again, option to grow your pose, lifting your right leg up. Option to lift your left hand up. Gaze can follow. Or it can remain down to your mat. 2 more breaths. Full breath in. On your exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more full breath in. Exhale that out. Come forward to the top of your mat. Come down onto your knees. You might want to have your pillow close by and place a pillow to support underneath your left knee for gate pose. I'll cue this in each step, taking good care to keep your legs and your core engaged to protect your low back. You can begin with your hands on your hips. You take your right leg out. Now your toes point outward, or you can have ballerina toes pointing lengthwise. It's really about what feels true to you in your own body and what shape it wants to take. You can stay here working through that stretch in the adductor, or you can start to glide your hand down your right leg, arcing your body. Left hand can remain on your hip, or it can reach up and track over your earline. Feeling that extra stretching sensation throughout your left hip, right around the back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Another full breath in. And on your exhale, coming back up to neutral. You can just stay here, pushing like your leg back, feeling that stretch. Or you can start to counter that direction by reaching down. If you have your books, would be good here to bring the floor closer to you. Or you can lower all the way down. I'm on tented fingertips and stretch the other side. And this might feel good in your body, especially if you've been sitting a lot. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Last one. Full breath in. Exhale that out. And come on back up to neutral position. I'm going to switch sides on my prop support for my right knee now. Rolling tall and present through my spine. Start with my hands on my hips, and my left leg goes out. And then I just start to glide down my left leg, right to the point where my breath will still feel fluid. And I just feel that subtle sensation in my right side body. I'm going to add my arm variation, tracking my upper arm over my left ear line. I'm going to keep my gaze neutral for this one. Take 3 rounds of breath. Now, usually the cue is to fan your fingers wide. Here you can conserve energy and seal your fingers together. 1 more full breath. Back up to neutral on your exhale. Again, you can just stay neutral with your hands on your hips, or you can counter direct to the pose as your right hand lowers, tented fingertips for me. It might not need to be that way for you. And then you can lift your left arm up, tracking over your ear line. And again, my fingers are sealed on my left hand. and breathe. 2 more rounds of breath. One more full breath in. Exhale completely. Back up to neutral position. And from here, we will take child's pose. So your big toes can touch and your knees go wide. You sink your sit bones back. They do not have to touch your heels at all. You can keep a nice bend in your arms and lower your head down. And child's pose is actually an inversion. Your hips are higher than your heart, and your heart's the lowest point. You come to this pose intuitively. Right now, you're there consciously. It's like putting your heart in a hammock. Inhale. Exhale. Full breath in. Exhale that out. One more. Fill up your back body with breath. And exhale that out. Pull yourself upward from child's pose. Swing your legs around to the front. You can take your feet mat width, support your hands behind you, and just give yourself some windshield wipes with your knees, back and forth. Or you can even do this as you lay yourself down, letting yourself take the pause with your knees to the right, and take the pause with your knees to the left. Now hug your knees in for happy baby. So you can do this pose with your hands on the backs of your thighs. Or you can reach for the outer edges of your feet, or peace sign fingers hook around your big toes. Compressing your sacrum bone down to your mat. You can shift from right to left. And take another full breath in. Exhale that out. And hug your knees in. And supine twist to the right. So you remain lying down. Let your knees shift to the right. And you might notice that your knees don't touch. And this is where you can use props to support you by placing them between your knees. Your arms, just let them fall where they want to. Your gaze can stay neutral, or you can shift your gaze to the opposite side of your knees to the left. And you simply breathe. Give yourself 3 more rounds of breath. And at the end of your 3rd round of breath, you simply shift to the other side. Knees go to the left, hips can come out a little to the right. Feeling the lull of your inhale glide upward through your rib cage. And feel the softness of your exhale. 3 more rounds of breath. And at the end of your third breath, you remove any props to the side and hug your knees in one more time. And take final resting pose, Shavasana. Please feel free to place a pillow under your head and wrap yourself up in your blanket. Simply being in the notice of stillness to allow the devotion of your practice to integrate into your body mind. Notice that you are breathing. Bring small movements back into your physical body. Be wiggling your fingers and your toes. You can take a full body stretch and roll over onto your right side. And come on up to Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Legs are crossed, hands in at heart center. Soft gaze at your fingertips. We'll take a breath together. Inhale. Exhale. Thumb line up to ground line. Together we bow and say, Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. If you have any questions about your practice or curiosities, please feel free to reach out. I don't know how to fix my bangs and I'm looking at myself in a mirror image. Please feel free to reach out. Nicole, Nicole, at hgahfx.ca. And thank you very much. Take care and be well.